It's one thing for me to say, nobody's coming, like you all said, nobody's coming to the games. But we say that because that's your opinion, right? But if you knew that, you know, his mom working 2, 3 jobs, how's she gonna get there? So it's a lot. So journalism, when we go back, we'll start to get the insight of those things. So instead of this, I mean, there's nothing wrong with opinion, but you also have to back it up with some facts as well, right? Because there could be a lot of reasons why, right? And the games, sometimes the games are late, and if you have a job that works, I mean, at that time, then you can't go. So I mean, that's something you'll learn as well about, and also teamwork.
One thing to back that up.
Okay, go ahead.
I think students. I know students have jobs, but like most students aren't working on a Friday night, Saturday night, and that's when some of our games are. So I think students can be a big part of like coming to the games and stuff.
And you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think what
To add on to like that, I feel like there should be like some type of, I don't know, like not reward, but just something positive that comes from coming to one of our games.
So this is the beauty in it. So having a show about that can kind of, give it a different perspective. See, if you were to have a show. So that's what it's about, kind of cultivating your ideas, putting them out there and letting the community know about them. Now here's, and you're doing it in a positive way, but you're also doing it, I mean, not when I say confrontive way, sometimes it's one thing when you call somebody the carpet. I can't tell you that, but I'm just saying you can get a lot, you can catch a lot, what do they say? You can catch a lot of what it bees with honey, right? Than vinegar sometimes. So it's like sometimes when you spit venom, that might not be the way. And that's what we're learning. I mean, even me, that's what we're learning. Even the platform we're on now, it's a positive platform, and that's how it's made to be, right? I mean, it's like, but I haven't told you today, other than your name, favorite platform, your dream job, and also when I tell you what to say. So it's not that. So it's not going to be like that either as well. Of course, your language got to be right and stuff like that as well, as far as, not cursing and stuff. But those are the things that we talk about. And that's what, Summit Youth Media Lab will be about. But it's going to be about what you think. That's like I said, for getting involved with these things and understanding. I'm not an expert on some of the things we talk about. I say that, right? I'm not really an expert at this media thing, but I was called to do it, so I did it. But and then we learn along the way. Like I said, you've done a great job. This probably is the best this set has ever looked by, Dalen, by you trying to messing with it. And yesterday also, because we got a couple more people, to be involved. They might not be on screen, but they'll be involved. And at the end of all of this, we'll have an event, a community event that we'll publicize, and we'll tell them all about our journey and what we've done as well. So that's a lot of what we're talking about too. So real quick, just you all right now, because you all here, tell me what skill you want to learn the most about. Is it hosting? Is it filming? Is it editing, producing, directing, or photography? Just one. Or something totally different that I didn't just name.
I'll say content creation.
Good.
I think hosting for me. I think we could host just like I'm talking about him and stuff, and it's like I'm going.
That's it. I mean, that's it. And then, like I said, and that's why I said, so you doing the journalism part about what you're talking about, knowing you got to think like when we say, when you see athletes on TV, talking about different things, they if they were a basketball player, a former football player, that's good. But when they know other subjects, it's even better, right? When they can be, wide range when they talk. And it's the same thing with you all. Same thing. I mean, we talk about, if we were on here talking about music, if we were only just talking about hip hop, that's all you listen to, that's cool. But what about these other genres of music? What about those things as well, which we spoke about too? And that's the thing, and that's the thing. So everyone practices introducing themselves, and that's the thing. So let's try to practice introducing ourselves as a professional TV host. Carter, you go first. You can look in the screen.
I'm Zacardi Dozer. That's all I can think of right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, there it is.
You just got.
That's what I know, but that's why it's good. We ain't putting you on the spot, but a little bit we are.
I'm Dalen, and welcome to Summit Youth Media Lab.
Okay, I like that. That was good.
I'm Javante. Welcome to Summit Youth Media Lab, and we're happy to have you here.
I'm Braylon, and welcome to Summit. Was it Summit?
Youth media lab. Now,
Summit Youth
now,
Media.
I'm tell you something. How smart they are. That's what they. I'm like, how they know that so quick? They looking over there.
Yeah, I was
But that's
looking
it.
over.
And I told you, but there will be a what the world is a teleprompter we'll have up here set up so we can have some of that stuff as well. Which guess what? We'll learn together because, like I said before, I just moved the TV in here. So I mean that's the thing, and it'll be a lot of other things that we learn. So let's go behind the camera now. Let's talk a little bit about behind the camera. And explain every role. So there's a host, right? When we know that there's a producer. We've done a little bit of, we're going to do a little bit of producing here in a second. Director, there's a camera operator. There's so many different things. And I didn't even know this today. There's a photographer, editor, graphic designer, social media manager, journalist, sound engineer, and lighting kind of technician, which we did. We did about 5 or 6 of these things before we started.
So then I would be the lighting technician and a graphic designer basically.
And there's a content creator too. So that's the thing. Everybody don't have a role. Everybody has a role, right? But all these things wound up being a team. That's the thing. And learning about teamwork as well. Until I read this, like I said before when we were going through the grant, and I would like to, thank the Becky Area Foundation as well. For giving us a grant. Granting us a grant. Susan Landers grant about this. And it was good. They did it. It's a camera that you see. That we're about to start using it specifically for this, and this is what they gave us the grant for. So I really thank the Becky Area Foundation for that as well. And like I said before, we'll keep doing the good things as well. So real quick, just a fun question for you: if you were making a movie about your life, what would it be about, and what would the title be?
I think my title would probably be something like, I'd probably just call it My Life. If you just
Really?
My life, and it would be about just just staying consistent, making sure you do the right thing in life. Try not to make a lot of mistakes, but everybody ain't perfect, so you're gonna make some mistakes in life. But you can still try your best to avoid the mistakes you do.
There you go. I like it.
Mine would be called The Journey.
Okay.
Explain it a little bit.
It'd be called The Journey because it'd just be the journey of my life and throughout my career in basketball.
Good.
How far I've come from first time I touched the ball to now.
Good deal.
Yeah, y'all don't think it's funny, but the ups and downs.
Okay.
Because I think most content creators, they only show the ups in their life, but they never show the downs. When they're down their lowest. So I feel to really get out there, show everything in your life. Show the times that you're the saddest, the happiest, down the most, mad. I think you show everything.
Mine would be the story of, I'd have my name, because why I chose that is because I got it from one of my favorite characters from a show. That was the title. And it would probably be about how I got into sports and how I'm going, how far I made it.
See, and that's the thing, just putting you on the spot by saying that, it's one thing, is if it was a title, which the question wasn't asking me, but which would be life. What I mean by that is, I'm telling you, life. The things you said. If you listen to what you said today, 10 years from now, you'll probably be amazed because you're saying it at such a young age, and the ups and downs because you've seen them. That's the thing. You're older than what you look like. I'm just telling you, it's so accelerated, and the way the world is now that you would come up with things that an older person would say, but you're young. So how would you know about the journey? And I'm not saying you don't, but that's what I'm saying, and it is. But I will tell you this: you put whatever you're talking about within basketball. That's sometimes how life is. You talking about the ups and downs. You're talking about the journey, right? You're talking about my life, right? And when you talking about the title of, and what was yours again?
The story of.
The story of. It's going to continue to be. That's the whole thing. You're all going to continue to be these things, but it is the ups and downs. I said something yesterday to a couple of gentlemen here. You all wasn't here, but it is that. it's tolerance. Sometimes it's tolerance. I ain't gonna say what we're speaking about, but it was tolerance. Part is what we spoke about. Because sometimes in sports, in life, you do have to tolerate certain things. I mean, until it crosses the line, and I said that.
Especially in sports.
But see, that's what we're talking about. But that's as far as I go with. But you know, I mean, the thing is, we spoke about a little bit about that, the tolerance, right, and understanding what the goal is, and everybody, like I said, for hard work is gonna beat anything else. But sometimes, guess what? I tell you that, but then it doesn't, because I'm like, I'm working hard, but then I'm still not being rewarded for it, you know, and that's the thing. So I mean, you have to understand, you know, to make those things, you know, and make, you know,